their station area. So yeah, they should stick around a little bit. So yeah, the doggy cupcakes out there and stuff. So I think that would be Molly. When I came to Carroll College, that was 2019 to 2020, so I didn't even have the benefit of getting to participate in a live Canine graduation until today. We certainly had a remote one last year, but we didn't have the honor of being able to do this, so I'm so excited. This is such an honor today, and I'm grateful that you're all here to join us. If I don't, I'm not going to get through this and I'm going to cry. I'm still going to cry. So please forgive me for reading off a piece of paper, but that is how much this means to me today. Thank you, friends and family, for joining us. To say that I'm excited, or to say that we've been through an exciting and often overwhelming year would be an understatement. Yet I am inspired daily by the amazing work of our 28 very special students and their incredible dogs. Today, we get to celebrate great acts of hard work, commitment, and love, as well as a unique trajectory of the lives of 7 shelter dogs, 2 school facility dogs, and 5 independent project dogs, as both human and dog transition to the next chapters of their lives. I have the privilege of presenting to you an incredible year's worth of hard work, dedication, compassion, and growth that few ever have the honor of witnessing. I can't even speak highly enough about these students and the transformation they undergo with their animals. To be an antrozoologist is a gift, but the real blessing is to spend the year with these students and their animals together through their highs and lows, traversing a truly unique and impactful experience. It is life-changing for them and for me. To quote one student who wrote this year in one of our quizzes, I am extremely grateful for the character development that this semester and overall year have brought me. I never knew just how much learning to train a dog could change my life. I have learned to coexist with other handlers and utilize all of our strengths to produce the best for our dog. I now know a human-animal bond unlike any other, and will continue to implement these types of bonds in my future endeavors. That's my speakers. Antrozoology is not just the study of human-animal relationships and interactions. As this program shows us, antrozoology as practice demonstrates the transformative power of love that exists between humans and animals. And I am so grateful that our students demonstrate this every single day. Thank you. And now I'll stop gushing about my students for a minute, and we can move on to celebrating them and their dogs. We will first present you with our 2022 Program Dog and Dedicated Student Cohort. In early September, these were assigned a shelter dog from Lewis and Clark Humane Society. These dogs then spend the next 2 semesters together with their students, focusing their training primarily on manners, with the goal of passing the Canine Citizen Test, which all of them passed this year, I might add. Forever home.
as cliche as it sounds, we fell in love with you the day we picked you up, as you jumped into the car ready to start your next adventure. Our adventures ranged from the mountains to the lakes, always being a great travel buddy. Always going to the coffee shops with me and getting his favorite pup cup, which I'm pretty sure almost every barista in town knows him by name. They are always excited to see his pretty blue eyes and giving him his pup cups. He has taught me so much and given me the opportunity to mature as a trainer and mature as a human being as we grow together. He's pretty incredible. We love him to death, and we can't imagine not having this program and being able to give him the best life that we can. Thank you.
Don't let her fool you. Cheese is completely deaf, but nonetheless has not let this challenge get in her way or in any of her training. She is a superstar. guys should be very qualified. Tell me about it. Oh, very good.
So working with Indy this year was nothing less than amazing. At the beginning of the year, we were told that Indy was the dog assigned to us 10 minutes before she arrived on campus. But I say that we're all glad that it worked out the way it did. We had the privilege to see a very shy and reserved 5-month-old puppy slowly grow with some serious attitude and sass. They love for water bottles and naps on fuzzy blankets, and develop an unhealthy obsession with frozen baby food and blueberries. We ended up with a dog that was the perfect match for us and this year. We are so happy that people will be going out home who loves her just as much as we do, and will have a dog that she enjoys almost as much as blueberries and naps.
Would you like to introduce us to her doctors or what her information is?
So this is Heather Rinaldi. She and her husband and Randy have a dog. And this is Captain Bailey from the Atlanta Police Department. Andy will be basically their therapy dog / ambassador mascot dog. And she'll get to go home to clean it up.
Meet Bailey. This sweet, opinionated girl showed us patience, and love can be the key to unlocking even the most toughest relationships. Where's the boys?
Oh, I know, it's so quiet.
What? Okay.
This is Bailey. We've had an awesome year together. We've had a lot of one-on-one bonding. It's just us this year, but it didn't take long before I found her love for all things tennis balls, which was awesome, and worked in our, especially this semester, and we were able to do some awesome fly ball and agility work. And yeah, I'm really grateful for this year with her, and it's been really fun, and I'm so excited for a new family and for the new perfect fit. Yeah, so this is her family. This is Kelsey, and then her kids, and then her husband as well, and then 2 other children. So big family, but.
Thank you, guys. Right. Next, I get to introduce you to the Super Duper Cooper. All we can say is that this boy is a lifesaver in more ways than you will ever know. Good boy, Cooper. This is the hard one. Babe, you want to tell us about it?
Yeah, so this is Cooper. We've had an awesome 2 semesters. He did a lot of different training things. He did agility with Kaylin and Canine freestyle and did some like fun tricks with Haley. But I've just learned so much from him, and I am a way better trainer because of him. But yeah, Cooper Office.
Would you like to introduce us to his doctor?
Yes. This is Kyle.
Hi, Kyle. Welcome back.
Oh, that's my senior here. Also went to the program. They are freaking obsessed with each other. I was not on stage. But yes, I am so excited.
All right. Go ahead and pass it
all of us. He did really well with all of the things that we did in the short amount of time, or shorter amount of time that we had him. A canine good citizen after us having him for maybe a month and a half. 3 times, yeah. He's just the biggest cuddle bug you could ever ask for, and he really likes distracting people from doing their homework. It's just been a time with Timber, and we're so glad he's going to a family that's going to love his special experience. Yeah. So this is Adrian, Liam, and Josie, and his husband is not here right now, but they're local to Helena, so we're hoping to see Timber every once in a while.
Okay, perfect. Okay, excellent. All right. Now, receive the dishes, guys. Thank you, guys. Next, we'll be honoring 2 very special dogs who have been in the program this year and will continue in this program. We are honoring school facility dogs. These 2 special students have been working with these dogs and have committed to 2 years of training these dogs for teachers here in Helena. Today, these dogs are not technically graduated, however, we must honor this important halfway milestone in their training. All right. First, I'd like to introduce you to Izzy and Kaylee. The day is not going to lie, but I do not see them working their proverbial tails off here at the Canine Center.
I would love to. So this is Miss Izzy. It has been such a privilege working with her, and there's a piece of pickle. That's exciting. Watching her grow confidence, working with other dogs, and enjoying her dog parkour sport. I have seen her grow trust in me, which is so phenomenal, and teaching her how to do all sorts of commands, like going on uneven surfaces and jumping through hoops. It's just been such an honor and a privilege working with her, and I'm so fortunate that I have another year with her before she goes to work at school as a facility dog. So,
And her teacher may be here today. Can you tell us her teacher and where she is teaching?
yes, so Izzy will eventually be going to Jocelyn, who is the principal of Mountainside Montessori, an elementary school in Helena, to work with the kiddos there. So, yeah.
Well, why don't you both?
Ready to go.
Like that's what we did. So we have Moab with Megan. Dogs Moab, let me just be clear. There are few happier and dedicated teams than this one. I will just ask you all not to say out loud B-A-L-L. Come on, handsome. Is he not cooperating with his decor? Oh, Moab, teacher, is doing this course during their senior year, so that's always hard. I don't teach any senior courses. However, I do teach independent studies. And I do have the amazing honor, I'll say that, to get to continue training with an amazing select few. This special group of seniors just apparently did not get their dog fixed the first time, and have dedicated part of their senior year to training a personal dog for a much tougher job than they ever trained before. So today we'll honor their hard work and dedication. First up is Brennan Seward.
And in the fall, we're headed to get our master's in anthropology.
All right. That's right. All right. Nope, I gotta get a better terminal. Thank you, Esther. Okay. Next is page. Happily relaxing at home. Good choice. Yay.
And we did fire and shed hunting for visual. And it was a drastic difference between the two. And she actually preferred visual odors and was able to confidently detect them as opposed to non-visual, but she preferred both, very useful. And we also did yellow bandana and purple vest. And I chose Indy because she was actually from a breeder who was an Antrozoology graduate, and so I trusted her in her opinion that this dog would be perfect for action work. And she always had her nose to the ground, so she got yellow bandana and then purple vest, which means she would go to classes with me. Although she is a big dog, she does not prefer it, but she did it. And we are working on cancer research too. As I go to vet school next year at WSU, she will accompany me and hopefully help find some cancer. Well, not hopefully, I guess. For humans and animals.
Wonderful. Amazing. This is a good register.
It took a little
Come on down.
Okay, so I've met Georgia. She's a little border collie. I got her at about 13 weeks old, and I got her in Iowa, so we had quite a drive. She was not a fan. And so right away we started with a lot of socialization. I heard her work with me at dog daycare, and she had a blast. Making tons of friends. We worked with a lot of settling, focusing on me, basic media stuff. And of course, playing with her friend Banner, Courtney's dog. And then so first semester, we did a lot more obedience. We also started with latex work, which is what her goal was for the semester. She started doing like little basic set identification games. The first semester, so I wanted to take it slow. She wasn't super into it at first. She preferred to run around and play fetch. I also continued to take her to work with me. Socialization was super big. And also did a lot of training here, getting used to different environments. And then, so second semester, we really got into the latex work. She can do room searches now. She'll find latex generally anywhere but in the room, unless it's super high, because she doesn't like getting up high. She also had her first birthday last 2 months ago, so we had a great time with that. And she also got spayed, so that's why she's actually not here right now. She has a lot of surgeries. And she did really well. And of course, we can do more obedience stuff and all of that, but basically she did really good with latex, which is the goal. And so in the future, we didn't quite get to CGC. She had a little bit too much puppy energy, but she did the yellow banana. So our goal is to do the CGC as well as get more district dog titles, which is our secondary goal for the year. So yeah, thank you so much for
but Caitlin will be reading about the experience that Alexa had with Sue and Marvel.
So Alexa and Marvel met when Marvel was just a few weeks old. It was love at first sight. Alexa decided to pursue dog training opportunities with Marvel alongside her training to be a demo dog. Marvel's training focus while at Carroll has been basic manners, dog agility, tricks, and learning to accompany Alexa to work in the financial aid and registrar's offices. While he is still too young to officially compete in agility competitions, he has a great foundation and passion for it already. He knows a large repertoire of fun tricks and absolutely loves learning new ones. He adores getting to see his friends while working in the offices and was remarkably talented at calming down in an office environment, even with his herding breed and puppy energy. He's also been a wonderful mentor for several puppies on campus and loves making friends of all species and has the kindest heart. As Alexa and Marvel look to the future, they will continue training in as many disciplines as they can and hopefully do some competing for fun. Alexa is hoping to go to graduate school for marriage and family therapy or clinical mental health counseling
Res Life, or all of the above. You guys go above and beyond, club presidents in all ways. You are shining